자, 빙고 주시게. 야!
Jet Li Rise to Honor 2004. Jet Li Rise to Honor is a beat-em-up third-person shooting game that was published exclusively for the PlayStation 2 in 2004. The creators clearly wanted to transfer Hong Kong action movies' fluid fighting and shooting style to the video game world. What better way to achieve that than to have the great Jet Li lend his voice and likeness to the game, and Corey Yuen, another icon and frequent Jet Li associate in Eastern and Western films, choreograph the in-game martial arts. Rise to Honor takes a good idea of incorporating a digital Jet Li with all of his skills and squanders it a bit with monotonous gameplay and clumsily planned stages. The game's most valuable attribute, its cinematic aspect, is well executed and gives many opportunities. But before we go into our explanation, we do have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. A unique cinematic martial arts game. Kit Yun, an undercover Hong Kong police officer whose father was a slain criminal leader, is played by Lee in this game. Kit infiltrates a crime syndicate led by his father's best friend, Boss Chiang, determined to cleanse Hong Kong of criminal cartels. Kit's devotion is continually strained between doing what's right and maintaining the law. So, he depends on his sense of honor to guide him as he punches, kicks and shoots his way through the criminal underworlds of Hong Kong and San Francisco, determined to put an end to those who prey on the helpless. Rise to Honor removes any in-game loading to make the game feel like a movie, allowing the entire experience to flow fluidly. This is accomplished in two ways: streamed levels during gameplay and loading during in-game cinematic sequences. Some levels blend so seamlessly into one another that it's difficult to tell whether you are in a new one. It won't be until you return to the main menu that you realize how many different levels you have completed. Rise to Honor divides the game into 63 different scenes, much like a DVD track menu. The chapter selection panel displays action clips from up to 4 separate scenarios as they get unlocked. This allows you to easily return to a prior level and replay it for enjoyment. Several of the other levels are also structured out like movie sequences. The irritated boss was a recurrent subject. The bosses become agitated as Jet Li tears through the barrage of minions, and they summon in additional troops. Other scenarios, such as the firefight scenes in which Jet Li takes up 2 pistols at once and uses his John Woo shooting abilities to knock down the resistance, introduce other types of gameplay. Jet Li rides through a hospital hallway on a gurney and shoots everyone along the way in one of the greatest moments, which was lifted straight from Woo's Hard-Boiled. Some questionable control decisions were made to make the combat move well and fit in with the cinematic theme. The right analog stick is used for attack, while the left analog stick is used for mobility. It's simple to direct another attack towards an opponent approaching from a different direction after stunning an enemy in one route. Jet Li will strike in that direction if you tap in that direction, effectively controlling several attackers. It's simple to command Jet Li into pulling off nice-looking combos with 2, 3 or 4 different adversaries at once with a bit of experience. Aside from the different directions, you may also block, grab, counterattack and increase adrenaline. The block is rarely necessary because the counterattack is so much more successful. The grab is mainly used to fling people over roofs and perform elaborate stunts. The L1 and R1 must be held when being assaulted to counterattack. Jet Li will throw his fists or legs in the same direction as the attack hits by pressing the right analog in the direction of the attack. This is frequently far more beneficial than the standard assault. A counterattack against a group of 6 adversaries can result in a swing kick that knocks everyone to the ground. Jet Li almost goes into beast mode when he uses up all of his adrenaline and unleashes a flurry of moves replete with motion trails and substantially larger combinations than in regular mode. Jet Li enters bullet time. Yes, like Max Payne while playing the gun levels, when the adrenaline kicks in. He then takes a slow-motion jump forward, firing at a half-dozen targets before landing. Other modes of play such as shooting, stealth and stunt levels are featured to provide variation to the action. The shooting levels are by far the most enjoyable. They are silly and too simple once you understand that all you have to do is keep shooting all the time, but with some bullet time action and a hospital stretcher scene. It's an excellent tribute to John Woo that keeps things moving. Rise to Honor has a variety of settings, each of which is treated with care. Even if the visuals aren't loaded with eye candy or a lot of detail, it's still a nice looking game that runs smoothly. Reflections have become a passion for the developers, and there are several applications for them here. Many of the floors have that recently washed and waxed aspect to them, and they are so pristine that the characters' reflections are plain to notice. The character models have a similar vibe to them. They aren't excessively complicated or detailed, but they move smoothly and clearly to demonstrate the game's numerous various martial arts movements. Marvelous Gamers Review. Rise to Honor is the type of game that casual gamers and those who don't usually play games will like. It has elements for hardcore gamers to enjoy as well, like the fighting style and the graphics, but the main selling point of this game is its cinematic treatment. It's pretty straightforward, and its cinematic presentation is rather remarkable. Rise to Honor was created by Foster Studio, but the primary contacts were with the publisher, Sony, and they used their resources to get Lee and Corey Yuen on board. It is their presence that elevates the proceedings and distinguishes the game. It's a game definitely worth your time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. If you have any other games on your radar, please let us know in the comments. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.